healthy at any age is a balance of not only what we eat, but how active we are. The First Lady's Let's Move campaign, along with the new CDC Physical Guidelines for America, emphasizes the importance of physical activity at any age. Especially for children, it is now recommended that children and adolescents and adults get at least 60 minutes of physical activity in a day's time. How are we going to do that? You might be surprised that your children are actually getting that much activity in a day's time. Today on It's About You, Kim Adams-Leger, Family Consumer Science Agent for Nicholas County, gives us her tips on how we can include expensive play in our family's life and the importance parents play in being role models. Kim, the guidelines mention 60 minutes a day daily for kids. What does that really mean?
Well, physical activity at 60 minutes, it's not in a whole additional 60 minutes. So parents, don't freak out. It's all about what you're doing already, from activities such as soccer, basketball, cheerleading, gymnastics, or even doing what we're doing today, getting out on the playground. Just get them off of the sofa and get them out, all in a day.
Why is physical activity so important to a child's health?
A child's health, especially in the state of Kentucky, where we are known for being the second highest in obesity, starts at a childhood age. Parents being role models for your children are absolutely important. You have to start those lifestyle changes at an early age to make an impact on them as they go along. Recently, I've lost 85 pounds being a role model for my child, from starting pushing her in the stroller to bringing her outside in the activities. Once you begin those activities and you start those at a child, they're going to continue those lifestyle behaviors as an adult and on through.
Well, you just mentioned that being a good role model then is not only good for a child's health, but it's good for your own health.
It is good for your own health. It helps to fight cardiovascular diseases, cholesterol issues, type 2 diabetes, the onset for those. And once you begin those for your own health, you're setting those lifestyle changes to combat those issues coming in your child and making lifestyle changes for their entire life as well.
And you bring up a great point, because the fact is we know that 70% of all chronic diseases are caused by poor lifestyle.
Poor lifestyle changes. We're making a habit now, and we can create those for our next future generations.
Kim, what are some fun ways that kids can play at any age?
Well, the first thing, as we've seen today, it doesn't take a whole lot of expense for kids to play. We're here at the park. It's free. You can be involved with your children here with jump ropes and balloons and bubbles and sidewalk chalk. And kids get a lot of fun out of basic games such as hopscotch and Mother May I and old-fashioned games like that. But so it doesn't have to be such expensive activities for children to get their activity in a day.
And a lot of times in those physical activities, they'll talk about, muscle strengthening or aerobic. Do some of these activities fit right into those categories?
All those activities fit in different areas. So don't try to be stressed that you need to do this activity for muscle strengthening or this activity for bone strengthening or aerobic activity for cardiovascular strength. You can incorporate all these into one or two simple activities in a day, such as running. Kids love to run no matter how old they are, and that increases muscles, bones, and gives you the aerobic activity that you need.
And I see kids, on the jungle gyms and swinging off, great muscle.
Great muscle strength, and those are developing at those age and giving those kids the balance and the strength they need to get on through their adult years.
You mentioned the importance of parents being role models, but how can adults throughout a community really be a good role model for kids and making sure that we really do have safe places for kids to play?
Well, here in Nicholas County, we've taken on that role as a community. We call that the built environment, and we're trying to make it a safe place for our generations to come. Things we've tried to do to combat those issues. We've just done a whole new sidewalk enhancement projects for kids to walk to school, to get those physical activity hours when they're walking to and from school. We've recently added this walking track to our park here so that parents can enjoy and children can walk as they're getting activities as well during the day. to promote those safe and secure activities and places for children to play where parents can feel comfortable as well as children. That also helps our whole community to keep them safer and healthier for our next generations to come.
So I think you just gave us an outline, which I think all over Kentucky we really are looking at.
Yes.
The built environment is to be physically active.
Yes.
We definitely have to have an environment in which we can be.
Yes, we have to have those places. You can't be physically active if you don't have places to be physically active. And lots of places may not have those. And now the whole state of Kentucky has taken on that initiative. And with park enhancements, our second Sunday activities, we have the second Sunday of October, walking trails, bike trails. There's various activities that we're promoting, physical activity, all agencies, all communities, all across the state. We are going to combat this high obesity rate and high chronic disease rate.
Kim, you mentioned the importance of a parent being a good role model from a physical activity standpoint, but we know we need to balance physical activity with eating healthy as well. So what are some ways that parents can also be a good role model?
We need to watch our diet, especially. If we're getting in those 60 minutes of activity a day, that's great. But if you're not eating a healthy, balanced diet, then those health benefits of exercise are not going to help you at all. We need to make sure we're eating at least 5 to 9 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. We need to combine that with 3 servings of a low-fat dairy, such as yogurt, reduced fat to skim milk, and also lean proteins. We need to add those in a day as well. Beans, lean meats, fish, and those things, so that we can help maintain our body and get it strong and strengthened from the inside out. And when you combine a healthy diet with exercise, you are going to be a role model for your children to eat healthy foods and add that exercise as well.
Well, I know that you're a good role model of physical activity, and the one question that people always ask is, well, how do you get that many servings of fruits and vegetables in a day? So what are some tips that you work on getting your child and as well as yourself on getting those many servings?
Well, that's kind of easy for me because I'm a very big fruit and vegetable eater. My daughter is a very good eater as well. But things that you can add is fruit and berries into your cereal in the morning or oatmeal in the morning. Put a banana in your purse if you're going to work. And when you get that 10 o'clock hunger, eat that banana instead of going for a full fat, some sort of snack in that time. Also at lunch, try to add just a snack cup of fruit or a vegetable in the day. When you look at your plate at dinner, make sure that 3/4 of that plate is filled with fruits and vegetables, and that only 1/4 is filled with that bread or grain or meat. When you're doing that, you're going to automatically get in those servings in a day. And then also you need to look at what constitute a serving size as well, because one banana, if it's a large banana, can be 2 servings of fruit, whereas a 1/2 cup of cooked vegetables is a whole serving of a vegetable. So you may be already getting in those servings and you don't even know it.
Well, great advice, and definitely if a child sees mom not only moving but also eating well, they're going to do it as well.
I think so. When mine eats asparagus, you know that you're doing the right thing.
For more information, contact your local Cooperative Extension office.